Hey friends and family, Micromep here. Hope everybody's having a great Thursday and doing a little late video here on the markets. I took some notes. This is a longer video, did a couple shorts for the ones that like the more in-depth stuff. Basically we have the indexes right at resistance. The S&P, the Dow Jones, and the NASDAQ, they're pretty much at resistance. If they're able to break out, then maybe it'll be a good entry point to get back in the market. Even though IBD says 60 to 80% exposure in the market right now, I think we might see some volatility. The lagger is the small caps. They are down 8% from the pivot, which is the part where it breaks through resistance. So they're 8% off right now from that level. Gold is 5% over the pivot. It was consolidating, it broke out, and it's 5% over that pivot, over that resistance. It's over. It's still in a buy point, and gold is acting very, very, very well. You could either do the physical, and I heard premiums aren't that bad, or the GLD ETF. Silver is 7% from the pivot, and I think that silver has catching up to do. I have some notes here. Let's see here. The dollar's getting right to support, so if it goes under support, we could see lower levels, and we should see commodities climb. My favorites are gold and silver. Copper's a commodity, but you know, they start making pennies. Supposedly, it costs 4 cents to make a penny. Who would have thought? So, you know, metals have been historically a great hedge against inflation. The CPI came out hot yesterday, and the PPI came out yesterday as CPI yesterday and PPI today, both hot. And inflation's looking pretty tough to tame, and the Fed is not raising, and the administration wants lower rates, so it'll be interesting. We'll see. But gold is holding that, not gold. The dollar is holding that support via the ETF called UUP for you gamers. So write that down. Bitcoin has been fluctuating a lot between 95 and 100. I want to say right now in the futures is trading at 96,840 up 330, and gold is up 12 to 29.58. The BIDO, which is the ETF, is trading 20% off the pivot. Energy, the XLE, which I think is the best way to play the energy sector, is down 9% from the pivot, and oil is trading at 71.24 as I do this video. And those are your biggest indexes or markets. The 10-year has been tradable. You can either do futures, which I really haven't been doing much, and I haven't really been trading the bonds, but you could do the TLT as well. I know that the 10-year fluctuated about 10 basis points between yesterday and today, which is pretty volatile for that product. Cryptos, well, I talked about Bitcoin. Ether is trading at 2,700. No positions in the crypto right now, and if I were to do any positions, I'll probably stick to the miners. Some that I have that I've looked, but none of them are really profitable, and they haven't caught my attention while I look at the underlying market every day, like Mara, Riot. My favorite way to play Bitcoin on the cryptos, we had Coinbase report after the bell, and they were up 10%, but I like Robinhood. Robinhood is doing very good for me. I bought some more even today on an update. I averaged up, yes. So my favorite play to play Bitcoin is through Robinhood. Even though they don't have the selection, their fees are non-existent. I don't even know how those guys make money, but they had a hell of a quarter, and I'm sure they're gaining a lot of accounts. So every time Coinbase has a lot of the coins, the altcoins and stuff like that, but their fees are ridiculous. I'm not a fan of Coinbase at all, and that's just my opinion. Maybe you guys like them. What else? Let's take a look. I'm not gonna get into currencies. We talked about copper, small caps. They're lagging because they're interest rate sensitive. I was looking at the VO, which is a mid cap, and they're 1% from the pivot. The VO, which is the Vanguard mid cap, they're 1% from the pivot. So maybe we got to break out on some of these mid caps. We shall see. What else do we got here? So we talked about, let me go back to the futures, and then we'll get into some individual names. Natural gas 365, can play with XLE. Silver, oh look, silver, nice bump in the night session here, of 52 cents to 33.25. I said that, I didn't even know. So I think silver will catch up to gold. I really do think that. So keep that on your watch list, folks. The VIX 1725. Grains, haven't done anything with the grains. The corn, wheat, soybeans, that market's been, I have no interest in there right now. You could do it through the DBA if you want to get some exposure to those commodities. Okay, so in the after hours, we had Coinbase, which I told you I was not a fan of. We had DraftKings, they were up 10%. These were right after the report. I don't know what they ended up being, and yeah, their last quarter, their earnings were down 52%, and their revenues only grew 13%. I don't know. I'll have to dig into the report. Their buy point was 49, so it might be breaking out if it closed. Let's see what it closed at. DraftKings. It closed at 49.01. So 49.57. If it breaks 49.57 on heavy volume, it might be an entry. That's the resistance. So, and I'll get more into it after I finish with the after hour movers. Roku was up 13%. I don't know what their numbers look like, but I don't think they're profitable, so I have no interest in them. Trade Desk got decimated, down 32%. They are a profitable company, but maybe I think their revenue came in weak. I have to take a look at that, but the chart is broken, so no interest on my part. There was one called DOMH. I think it's maybe a SPAC. Oh no, engaged in wealth management. Not profitable, was trending, just a parabolic after hours stock tweet kind of deal. Tulio was down in the after hours as well. I own Tulio at much lower levels. I have to dig into it, but there's no reason for me to sell because I own it much lower. So I'm in a good position there. Hims and Her was up 27% today. They have earnings coming up, and I think the stock, very profitable company and growing, and it was basically a breakout. Well, it broke out. It's just super extended, but we have earnings in 11 days. I wouldn't be chasing that one here. Root, an insurance company, ROOT, another one that broke out, have earnings in 13 days, and highly profitable company as well. Airbnb was up in the after hours. Have to look at the earnings, but it's not something that I'm really interested in. In that sector, I'm interested in Expedia is the one that I like. in the travel industry. They get the best out of hotels, car rentals, and flights, and all kinds of other stuff. So I really like Expedia. The chart looks very nice. GameStop was bucking the trend in the after hours with some shenanigans about getting into crypto, Bitcoin, and alternative coins. Whatever. Not a profitable company. Actually, they actually have had 2 quarters of profits, but their revenue is lower, so not interested there in that name. Couple things, guys. My favorite stocks. I have a list here I did for some folks. Favorite stocks, and I have them here on my watch list. Right now, my watch list is up to 60. One that caught my eye today. Now, this is very spec play because they're out of Taiwan. Was Gorilla Technology, GRRR, so 3 R's. AI name, but looks very good in the chart, and profits and revenues look very good. But take it with a grain of salt. It's overseas. It's a foreign company. Some of my favorite names: Planeteer, AppLovin, Uber, like Robinhood, Upstart. I thought was breaking out today. Got me today. Let's see what happens. Super Microcomputer, Pinduoduo, Sprouts Farmers Market, SFM. They got earnings soon. Expedia, Meta, Affirm, just to name a few. Keeping my eyes. Not a big fan of. Well, Dutch Bros did good today. I have it on my watch list, but not a fan of the coffee arena. People can just get that at home. I kind of look at things like that. Shopify is another one that's looking pretty decent. Shopify had a good day, and I have a position in there. Another one that I like, which is pretty conservative. Revenues aren't going to grow that much, but earnings look pretty good, is T-Mobile, TMUS. Really like that one. And I got shaken out of Docs, unfortunately, DOCS. Maybe I'll re-enter, but I got shaken out of that one. So I'll end it with this. Warren Buffett always says, rule number 1, don't lose money. Rule number 2, don't forget rule number 1. Guys, it's doable. Do your homework, study, stay engaged. Don't have to have thousands or millions of dollars. Pick up a couple shares. Stay away from the low price stocks that aren't that good. Don't worry about picking up a lot of shares. Worry about dollar amounts that you're investing. You pick up a couple shares of, for example, of let's say Pinduoduo, for example, one that I like, at $121. If you can do $500 there, do it there instead of something that's $10 or $15. Another thing, look for right entries on the chart when they're breaking out of their pivot. Try and buy within 5% after they break out, and have a tight rule on your positions. If your positions are down 7-8% max, just cut them. Let them go. Live to fight another day and pick something up. Cut your losers quick, 7-8%. Let your winners run. Just let them run, and average up. If something's working, which one was working for me today? Robinhood. I had it much lower. It looked good. I bought more, which is another one that I bought more. I bought some more Affirm. I like Affirm in the buy here, pay here space, and I think I picked up some more T-Mobile as well. And average up. As the stock's working for you, average up. I know it's counterintuitive, but it works. It'll work for you. I leave it at that. Like, subscribe, share the channel. midway through the month almost. Valentine's Day tomorrow. It's Friday tomorrow. We get a nice weekend. I think we get a long weekend because do we get a long weekend? I don't even, I can't even keep up. Is Monday a holiday? I'm not even sure. I'll look at it. I don't even have my calendar up, but it's not a big deal. Calendar. I thought Monday was a holiday. God, let's see. Is Monday a holiday? It's President's Day. It is a holiday. I knew I was right. So yeah, we got a holiday. So we got a long weekend. I don't think the market's open. Let's see, stock market. I think they're closed. Stock market closed on President's Day. Will be closed. So I have a long weekend. Tomorrow's my last day of watching the fish tank, watching the markets. That'll be 3 days. Oof. I put some comic books on eBay to sell. Put some stuff on eBay, clean out. Wanna be what's the word I'm looking for? Minimalistic. Have the minimum. But anyways, I hope you find this video informational. I hope you get a good information from it and you learn something. And hit me up in the message or chat, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.